Obviously disappointing loss here. The final game here at Schumann Stadium for a group of 20 seniors that so much love and respect for, and tough way to end it here. And obviously played against a good football team in Ohio, and you can't lose the turnover battle the way that we did and expect to win the game. They do a good job with their clock control offense, and they stay on the field. They obviously do a good job with the time of possession, and we needed to make sure that we made those scoring opportunities count. And when turning the football over there, it's tough to be able to overcome that against a team like this. So we got to regroup here. We got one more opportunity left next Tuesday night. I believe in this team. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, and we're not going to quit on each other. That's not what we're all about here. We're just going to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to come back in here tomorrow, and we're going to make the most of the time here that we have, and focus all our effort and energy on finishing off with a win.
Offensively, during the second half, obviously it started rough, being back up at your own one, but the offense showed life there. What kind of changed on those drives when you guys are leading the ball?
Yeah, we're going to have to do that. It's to be able to have balance. Obviously when Carson went out there and was unable to return in the second half, we had to rely a little bit more, obviously on the passing game, and thought guys did a good job of competing. Obviously, Brady made a bunch of big plays. Jay Sean made some plays. Tanner made some big plays. Johans made some big plays. So that's going to have to continue. Obviously, we strive to have balance. Obviously, the last several weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, we've been more run heavy with the kind of numbers and the kind of production that Carson's had. But we're going to have to continue to do that. Having balance and sustaining drives and scoring points. That's what's going to have to happen.
On the 4th and 4 there, obviously. I don't know if it got jarred loose or was dropped or what it was. Do you feel like, those, it's kind of a microcosm of the season where, some of those 50-50 balls go the other way?
Yeah, it was hard, because you see their guy on 3rd and 5, they're right on our sideline, happen to have a front row seat for it. So you give them credit for going up and making a great play on a 50-50 ball and getting 1 foot down. And, obviously they extend the drive there. And then the next play was that big run where they got down into the red zone. So that's the name of the game. When you have an opportunity to make a play like that, you gotta make it happen. And we've had some opportunities there in some 50-50 situations, and we just haven't been able to come down with it. So got to keep working, and keep battling, and never say die.
Is there any update on Carson and his staff?
I don't have anything other than I knew right before we went in there at halftime. Chris Peduzzi told me that he was not going to be able to return. So go check on him here after we're done and just see, where he's at.
You spoke on having to rely on the passing game. John Paddock, he led the team to 2 second-half touchdown drives. Can you discuss how your quarterback responds to the adversity?
Yeah, John's a fighter. That's just what his DNA is. He's always been that way. He's going to give you everything he's got all the way to the end. I thought he made some big throws there, certainly in the second half when we became more, of a passing team there in the second half. And, John's a competitor, and, did a lot of good things. And obviously there's things there that when you watch the tape, certainly things that we can continue to work on and improve on.
Final question, Bangura, the opposing running back, you recorded a career high in rushing yards tonight. How difficult did the opposing running back?
Yeah, and he's been playing well the last few weeks there, and so they've got a good system in place. They run their offense. I call it a lot of clock control, if you will. They utilize the whole 40-second clock as much as they possibly can. They keep those defensive linemen down in a stance. They really kind of get them, they test their mental toughness there, where you have your hand down for about 32-33 seconds before they snap the ball. So you got to give him credit. And obviously he runs hard, and he had a good night tonight, and certainly got to give him credit.
Going out to tight ends like Brady and Tanner, how important is having guys like that in your offense whenever you need them? Yeah,
guys are great targets, and obviously they're getting better. It's amazing what both of those guys have done as freshmen. It's a long season. There's a lot that goes into it, and It's a physical game, and, for the first time, those guys are being asked to do some things that they've never been asked to do before in the game of football, blocking. And those guys are getting better at that each and every week. And I thought they took both of them did a great job different times tonight, making some big plays and got a great catch radius. And, one on the sideline there, Tanner did a great job of, going up and catching it and having enough awareness to get his feet down. That was impressive. And just got to keep working with those guys. They got a bright future ahead of them.
What's it feeling like in the locker room right now? How are the guys responding?
We got to stay up. We got no choice. I just told them that we got an opportunity next Tuesday night at Miami. It's a rivalry game. We got to regroup. We got to come back in here tomorrow. We got to attack the week. We got to attack the week that we got and focus all our effort, energy, and going to get a win and finish this thing off the right way. It's got to be positive. It stinks. Losing stinks. But we got to keep our chin up and know that, man, we're all we got, and we just got to keep fighting together and keep believing in each other and stick by each other's side.
Finally, how did if you could pick one aspect of the game, how did Ohio beat that?
Well, we lost early in the game. They got up on us 17-3. We got, a couple opportunities there where, certainly we had drives going, and to have two fumbles like that, that's tough, because those are scoring opportunities. They got the ball coming out in the second half. They ran 6 minutes off the clock. That first drive of the second half, they didn't score. Then they did a great job of pinning us deep and obviously got the safety. So, it's tough when you get behind on a team like that. It makes it tough to come back because of the style of play that they utilize.
Obviously having to react to the absence of Carson Steele in that second half, both you and Tanner Cozio picked up a little bit of the slack offensively in the passing game. Coach talked about you guys getting put into some positions that were a little new for you. How did you and Tanner react to that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously losing Carson, it's not easy. He's a big key component of our offense. But when your number gets called, you gotta be ready to step up. And I think Tanner and I just went out there and made the available play and, tried to make the most of what we had in front of us. But in the end, it wasn't enough. But just going out there and trying to do what we can.
Couple moments where the offense just couldn't get it across the line. How did the Ohio defense really stop you guys?
There's good players everywhere, they played well, they stuck to their game plan, shut down the run a little bit in the first half, and then they did a good job in coverage. And at the end of the day, we got to make plays, and we didn't make plays when we needed to, so that's how you lose games.
Finally, 20 seniors who played their last game at Schumann Stadium. We have to thank the guys like that who welcome you to the program.
Yeah, I mean, I love everybody here. Ball State's been nothing but great to me. Everybody here welcomed me in with open arms, and I feel sad that I couldn't get those seniors a win on their senior night. But I know we're not going to stop fighting, and we're on to the next one at Miami.
What obviously when Carson goes out to start the second half, you guys are pinned back at year one. Not much to do there, but then you guys started piecing some drives together. What allowed you guys to, drive down the field a couple times and get those scores and get the passing game going when it hasn't in the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think it was just guys making plays, me and Tanner are big bodies, just kind of throwing it up to us. And then obviously receivers making plays when they're available. You've seen it all year. We have spurts where we look really good, and then we have spurts where we look pretty bad. So, just the inconsistency is still kind of killing us, but we're going to keep working and figure it out.
Yeah, earlier this week, the coach was talking about those 50-50 type plays. Obviously, I made a couple of them tonight, and you guys didn't. How tough is it to see, some of those plays maybe not go your way throughout the year? Some of those 50-50 catches, like 4th and 4 with Jay Sean, where it just kind of gets started away.
I mean, yeah, it's frustrating, but it's football. It's life. Things aren't always going to go your way. It's not about how that play happens. It's about the next one. So we really just try to stay positive and keep moving to the next one. It's frustrating, but I know there's bright things ahead.
How do you guys reset? Come in. Obviously, 1 week from now, it could be the last game of the year. How do you reset and get a win against Ohio next week or Miami?
I mean, like I said, we just got to keep playing for each other and reset. Can't do anything about what's in the past. What's over is over, and it's full speed ahead to Miami. I know they're a good team. It's going to be a fight just like it always is in the MAC. So we'll be back in here tomorrow and the next day, just the whole week getting ready, hopefully to get that win and hopefully go bowling.